equations of a line used in slope-intercept form. Once again, this is a preview for systems of equations, which we will do tomorrow. We need to have the equation in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. Again, if you're struggling with that, watch the previous video. Then we're going to, once we have it in that form, we're going to graph the y-intercept. Remember, the y-intercept is our b. And the y-intercept, we graph it on the y-axis, which is the vertical axis. So that's where we've put our first point, is on the y-axis. And then we're going to use the slope to graph the next point. So the slope is m. And we use the slope to get to the next point. So we start at the y-intercept. If the slope is positive, we go up and to the right. We start at y-intercept. If the slope is negative, we go down and to the right. Notice that is not a typo. We go to the right for both of them. So we're either going to go up to the right if it's positive or down to the right if it's negative. And then we will have graphed a line. Three of them with you. So by the end of the morning, you should have at least 3 out of the 9 completed. And this is from the worksheet. I think it says something like, if you need to borrow, who do you see in the bank if you need to borrow money, or something like that. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is identify the important features. We're given the equation y equals 2/3 x plus 1, and our y-intercept is 1. Our slope, remember the slope is the coefficient of x, so the slope is 2/3. Now because our slope is positive, that means that when we graph it, we're going to go up 2 and right 3, because it's rise over run. It's how far you go up to how far you go right. So we go up 2 and right 3. So the first thing we want to do is graph our y-intercept on the y-axis. Why do we put it on the y-axis? Because it's the y-intercept. So we put that first point on the y-axis. Then our slope is 2/3. So that means that we're going to go up 2. So starting at the y-intercept, you want to count up 2 and go to the right 3. Okay? So I went up 2 from the y-intercept. I started at 1. I went up 2 and to the right 3. And then I do that again from that second point. I go up 2 to the right 3. And then I draw my line. And that's how you graph that. Now, I think on the worksheet, since we went through the letter O, under 1, you would put O on your worksheet if you're following along with that. All right, let's do number. So once again, I identify my y-intercept. My y-intercept is -1. My slope is 3, but -3, sorry. But because it's a whole number, remember I can write any whole number over 1. So I'm going to write it -3 over 1. Okay? So then the direction of my line is negative, which means it's going to go down 3. Sorry about that. It's going to go down 3 and to the right 1. I know it's negative. With the negative, we're always going to go to the right. Okay? So we go down 3 to the right 1. So I start by graphing my y-intercept at -1. It's on the y-axis. Then from that -1, I go down 3 units and right 1. Now, because of I don't have any more room on my graph to go down 3 and to the right 1 once again, since I don't have any room, I am going to follow this pattern. And I can also see that if I go up and to the left, up 3, to the left 1, I'm on that same line. Okay, but you always want to start by going down and to the right if possible. And then if you don't have enough room, then you can go up and to the left. But you can only do 1 negative move. If you do 2 negative moves, you make it positive. So we're going to go up and to the left, and then we draw a line. Okay? All righty. This is number 8, and you only have 9 to do, so you only have 6 more to do, and they're relatively simple. Again, we're going to start by identifying our important features. So we're going to, I hope I get through without this resetting. Crap, sorry. All right, so our important features, our y-intercept is 2. Our slope is -1/4. And the direction of that line is negative. I'm going down 1 and right 4. Down 1, right 4. So I start by putting my first dot on the y-intercept at 2. Then my slope is -1. So I'm going to go down 1 to the right 4. So once again, if I were to go down 1 to the right 4 again, I'd be off the graph. So what can I do? I can go up 1 and left 4. And you see I'm still on that line for homework when I return. They're 2 very simple worksheets. You should knock them out quickly. And I will see you tomorrow. Have an amazing rest of your day. And believe it or not, this video was made while I was in Ottawa, Canada. See you guys tomorrow.